So joining me on stage tonight, come on everybody, are four mentoring pairs whose journeys reveal the power of relationships for creating game-changing opportunities for students. All right. So great to have you all. Now, you may recognize our first pair from this year's invitation, Will Steege and his mentor, Brian. So great to have you. By the way, they're very brave to do this. This is pretty nerve-wracking. A lot of people are not accustomed to public speaking quite the way I am. So please, out there, give them your support. So having said that, Will Steege, how has Brian inspired you to pursue your college aspirations? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. Hello, guys. Good evening. First off, I want to say thank you guys for inviting me to such a wonderful event. I'm really excited. I'm glad to be here. And so is my mentor. And I met my mentor about 2 years ago, around junior year. And since then, we've grown really close. We bonded over a lot of things, mainly sport and music. I played football when I was in high school. He's not really an athlete. He loves chess. He loves to play chess, and he likes to draw, and he likes music. He goes to a lot of concerts, but we're not here to talk about how cool my mentor is. I just want to point out one major way that my mentor has really helped me. It may not seem like a big deal, but to me it is. I'm originally from Haiti, and when it was time to apply to college, I couldn't really go to my mom.
Yay, Haiti.
I couldn't really go to my mom because she doesn't know about colleges in the United States or the college process. So that's where Brian came in and his experience, and he's been through it. So he kind of guided me and pointed me in the right direction. What to look for when I'm applying to college, what program to apply to, how do I make friends, how do I balance my academic and social life, and kind of basically how to adapt in college. And I remember my junior year, he made this spreadsheet on Excel, and he listed all the colleges that I showed interest in, and the requirements, the SAT scores, and the GPAs that they want. And it's a really small thing, but I really appreciate it. You know, the small things, they matter. And now I consider him more as a friend than a mentor. I say this because as a teenager, having an adult that's not your family or a teacher, but is there for you, pushing you, and you want to see you succeed, that's a good friend. And your mentor may not be as cool as Brian, but I do hope that everybody gets a mentor that's willing, helpful, and present as him. Thank you.
That's so nice. Nice job. So Brian, for you, what helped you develop such a trusting relationship with Will?
I just saw a lot of myself in Will. I think what I was able to do more than anything was just give him the truth of my own experiences and give him a realistic view of what was ahead of him. He didn't need to get excited about the idea of going to college. I just had to be there with him for the practical small steps of getting into school, like making sure he was studying for his SAT, keeping his grades up, deciding what schools to apply to, and finally deciding where to go. The big next phase of our relationship is for me to just work with him over the next 4 years to execute and achieve the things he's been working towards, and I have no doubt in my mind he's going to be successful.
That's great. And Will, what are you doing? Tell us where you are and what you're studying.
Currently, I attend BMCC, but next semester I plan on transferring to University at Buffalo, and I'm studying. I plan on majoring in biopsychology.
Fantastic. Well, good luck. That's really wonderful. Now, of course, many people here know that a first step in building a relationship for every pair in iMentor's program is communicating weekly by email and using iMentor's platform to do that, and then meeting in person monthly at events held at the student's school. Now, last year, iMentor students and mentors exchanged over 95,000 emails and met more than 10,000 times in person. What results from all of these interactions is a closely nurtured relationship like the one that Aisha has with her mentor, Jennifer. So Aisha, as someone who wasn't initially excited, apparently, kind of skeptical about the iMentor program, what changed your mind?
Well, What changed my mind was meeting Jennifer. She helped me realize that she was someone that went to high school and college. So she gave me the support I needed, basically. I didn't really have family to help me with college because my family, they haven't been through the whole process. But meeting Jennifer, she helped me through it. And she's a good mentor. We can talk about life in college and basically anything. But we also grown a bond over sports, because me and her love sports. Jennifer was a great athlete in college, and she helped me think about sports that I could play while I was in college. Last year, I qualified for Penn Relays in Pennsylvania, but I didn't have the money to attend it. Jennifer raised money for me to go and then made sure that I got the money on time. So I was happy about that. I couldn't believe she did that.
That's fantastic. You know, I think sometimes people think that these mentor-mentee relationships are kind of love at first sight and instantaneous, and sometimes they do take some work. And what did you do, looking back, to convince Aisha that this was a program that would be a really positive thing for her and kind of reduce the skepticism she initially felt?
Well, Aisha is amazing, but she was on the shy side at first, so it was a lot of those emails that you mentioned, talking to each other and meeting, and then we just really created a bond. And as Aisha said, our biggest bond was over sports and being athletes, and I just saw the potential in her as a student, as a leader, but also as an athlete. So we were the only female mentor-mentee pair to play in the iMentor basketball tournament 2 years in a row. And I took her to her first women's college basketball game at St. Francis College. I also encouraged her to join the track team. I said, you're gonna be fast, and she's fast. And she did qualify for the Penn Relays, and I helped her get there. And so now the next thing that we're doing together is working on where to go to college. We know that she has a love for animals. We're going to try and turn that into a career as a vet tech. And we know that she wants a college with a dorm and a campus, and so we're looking for that. And I can't wait to see what happens for her.
Oh, that's so wonderful. A majority of iMentor students feel similarly to Aisha. 92% of iMentor students report that they trust their mentors, and 75% of iMentor students go to their mentors when they need support. Building a trusting, supportive relationship is, as you know, just the beginning. Mentors in the program commit to working one-on-one with students for 3 or 4 years to help them get to college and graduate successfully. So now we have our next mentor pair, Maftuna and her mentor, Nan, and they're going to tell us about the ways that iMentor has made a difference in their lives. And Maftuna, how important has it been to have Nan's support throughout your college application process?
Can I start by saying that I love my mentor, Nan?
Yes, you can.
From our very first email, I knew that she would be the kind of mentor that I've always wanted. We liked so many of the same things that I felt like it was the perfect match. We both like to read, and we both had a lot to talk about because we both immigrated to the United States. Nan was especially helpful to me with the college application process. When it came to the verbal section of the SAT, she taught me a technique, and I knew that it would be a challenge for me because I'm an English language learner. She helped me develop a system for studying and taught me to use cards for better organization. And one of the biggest things that I still use in college is the technique that she taught me for writing, because writing, as you know, is important for high school, but it was also important for the college application process. And she taught me, and I still use that technique even to this day, which is how I got my first A. Even though I had help from teachers and my guidance counselor, Nan did more than what any other person to help me. I especially appreciated how she helped me talk to my parents about the benefits of going away to college. And that's hard as coming from an Uzbek girl with expectations to fulfill. And especially when I didn't get into my dream school, it was Nan who gave me the support and advice that I needed to stay positive and excited about going to college. She made me feel like I could still achieve my dreams and help me stay focused. I love college.
And where are you in school? Where are you in school, Maftuna?
I attend the City College of New York. Yeah, CCNY, go Beavers!
I got rejected from my first choice too, and it all worked out, so don't worry about it. Meanwhile, Nan, I think you should teach that writing technique to some of the 22-year-olds I've hired. Anyway, so can you tell us, Nan, how you were able to really figure out how to best support Maftuna and what kind of things she really needed to clearly thrive? And by the way, all of you, not just Nan, but I mean, it's amazing what a great job all of you have done, so props to you. But how did you figure that out?
Sure, thank you. First of all, I want to say I love Maftuna too. What's not to love about this amazing young woman here? Yeah, so I am so extremely proud of everything that she's accomplished, not just academically, and she did graduate third of her class. Yeah, but more importantly, I'm also extremely proud of the person that she has become. When she first came here from Uzbekistan, she said that she felt voiceless as an immigrant student, but she worked very hard to find her voice and to forge her own path. Maftuna is a deeply reflective and empathetic person, and that aspect of her personality has really informed a lot of the person that she wants to grow up to be. As her mentor, I was really just a facilitator who's providing her the tools that she needs to systematically work towards her goal of attending college, and also someone who could help reminding her of her own strength and potential as a young woman, that nothing was out of reach. We followed the iMentor curriculum and worked with iMentor staff to make sure that we stayed on top of college deadlines. Maftuna was initially concerned that her goals of working for the UN and helping girls across the world access education was tied to being admitted to certain schools, but I helped her maintain perspective. She is such a smart, talented, incredibly bright young woman, and as her mentor, it's such a delight to see her thriving in college, loving college, and just embracing her life. And I know, without a doubt, that she will achieve all of her ambitions.
Fantastic. Well, Maftuna, apparently you're in good company among your iMentor peers. Last year, 92% of iMentor students in their senior year of high school applied to college, and 79% of them would be first-generation college students, or the first in their families to attend college. And last but not least, we're going to hear a multi-generational mentoring story. It started with Julia and her mentor, Debbie, who bonded when they were matched through the iMentor program more than a decade ago. Well, the story continues today as Julia has returned as a mentor to Fidelia. So that's pretty cool. So we've got 3 generations. Hi, how are you guys? So Debbie, when you signed up to be a mentor, did you ever expect your relationship would develop with Julia as it did and where it is today?
No.
In a word.
I mean, it was love at first sight. It really was. But I had no idea it would have the longevity. I mean, we've been friends since September 2002, and I mean, good friends. Yeah. Nice. So anyway, I'm going to go to my cards.
Yeah.
I had no.
I hear you.
I really didn't realize it would last so long, and I didn't realize the magnitude of the relationship. But it was an instant connection. So, and I also saw early on that Julia was a special person. She was very motivated. She was 16 when I met her. Very motivated, very driven, and her career now has shown. It started way back then. There was absolutely no reason for her not to go to college, but it was something that she hadn't given much thought to. And I wanted to do whatever I could to support her, and when I discovered I was able to be a coach and support for her in the college process, but I was most helpful just being a friend and a listener.
That's wonderful. And Julia, tell us a little bit about the impact Debbie's had on your life and how your life changed as a result of your relationship and how she met or exceeded your expectations when you first hooked up not that way.
Yes, not that way. I think the biggest impact she had is I didn't know what to expect going into the relationship. Debbie was actually the first person I met that had gone to college. So no one in my family had gone. I didn't know who to talk to about college. I was a good high school student, but there wasn't sort of a plan to go to college, and I definitely didn't know that by going, I would change the trajectory of my life, and by making that decision, so many new options would open up for me. So fast forward, I attend Howard University, I graduate, I get my Bachelor's of Science degree, go on to become the Deputy Finance Director at the Democratic National Committee. From there, go on to become the Deputy Finance Director for the President's re-election campaign. And for the last 3 years, I've been the Director of Major Gifts at the ASPCA because I'm a huge animal person, and I generally believe...
You two need to get together.
I know, I heard that, and I got very excited. Just the whole idea that I want to be a person who is able to give a voice to the voiceless. So it is my hope that now that I am a part of the iMentor family, as a mentor, I can be the same sort of support for Fidelia, that she feels comfortable coming to me with any questions, and generally speaking, she just feels very open and considers me a confidant.
And why was it so important for you to come and give back, Julia? Obviously, you had such an incredible experience, but it's so wonderful that you're paying it forward.
I think that you do yourself and society a disservice if you get a leg up and you don't turn around and help other people.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yes. I think people think I've done a lot of cool things. I've been in a lot of cool rooms. There is no relationship more important to me than my relationship with her. And I really feel that I've taken days off to literally go to school with her and walk her through each office. It's my hope that she will do that too, and that she understands that, you know, when you get out of yourself, it's the biggest reward when it's not about you. That's how I feel.
Well, that's wonderful. And Fidelia, tell us some of the things that you've been able to accomplish with Julia's support that you're most proud of.
Julia has been an amazing mentor, and she really helped me a lot. And I remember like back summer when I was about to go to college, and there was a fire at my home. And when I told her, she helped me to keep in track and to attend college, and she really helped me a lot.
That's great.
And I went to Borough of Manhattan Community College, and I'm majoring in human services. And this is my second year. I love it. And I'm glad that I didn't let anything to stop me from going. I love you, Julia.
That makes me very happy.
So there you have it. A lot of love in the room. Mentors for mentees, mentees for mentors, and I think everybody on stage for life in general. So what's better than that? Thank you all so much for sharing your
Thank you for having
stories.
us.
Really inspiring. Clearly, nice job. Clearly, everybody on stage is a true testament to the power of relationships and iMentor's mission. So continued success. We can't wait to see what all of you... Four generations. Yeah. In 10 years, I want another person here on stage.
Actually, I call her grand mentor because this is my mentor and this is my mentor. So I call her grand mentor.
Oh, you're her grand mentor. Are you okay with that?
I'm perfectly fine with that.
Anyway, thank you all so much.